Welcome to another video from 254 Repair. In this one we are going to do a partial teardown of the iPhone 7, a newly released iPhone from Apple. As you can see, as an iPhone 7, it doesn't have a headphone jack on the left bottom side of the phone. It has the normal penelope screws on the bottom, and the one thing that we did notice is that the screen is glued just like the iPhone 6s. um, we didn't notice too much difference as far as the glue. So if you have taken apart a 6S, you will be dealing pretty much with the same thing. We were extremely careful, obviously, because we did this video the day that the phone came out. So we didn't want to go ahead and break the screen and then have to wait 6 months until the screen was available or at a reasonable price. I'm pretty sure you can find one in the market at this moment, and it will be extremely expensive, mainly because the phone has been just recently released. So we are going to go ahead and open the phone sideways. That is a difference between the previous models and this one's. It has two connectors, one on the bottom, which seems to be for the LCD, and one on the top, which seems to be for the ear speaker, front facing camera, microphone, and all the uh, little gadgets that are on the top of the screen. At this point on the video, we came to a very disappointing um, moment when we found out that the screws that hold the plate on the bottom, those three screws, well, actually four screws, actually have a different pattern. It's not pendulum, it's not Phillips. It looks like a nuclear warning uh, decal. It has three prongs that are wide on the ends and narrow on the front. So we were not able to remove that plate. To the best of our knowledge, behind that there is two flex cables. One is for the battery and the other one is for the LCD, and that will completely detach your screen from the phone. So it's not a big deal. So we're going ahead and go and remove the top plate that seems to be holding the flex for the front-facing camera. That one is held by two Phillips screwdrivers. I mean Phillips screws. So your normal Phillips screwdriver should be able to take that apart, and you'll be able to remove that flex cable. While we remove those screws, I'm gonna go ahead and point out some of the differences that we notice. Like one is there's not a bunch of flex cables on the top above the battery where the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth used to be. There is only the back of the phone basically. There's no flex cables. There's no other um, antennas and stuff like that, like on the 6 and the 6S. The other difference that we notice is that seems like the camera is a little bit bigger and easily accessible. And one major change is your home button. The home button is no longer a switch. Is not there. There is a difference on it, and as you press it, you get the taptic feedback. So it feels kind of like the touchpad of a Mac, basically, which they announced uh, on back in September 7th when they announced the phone. We tried several different screwdrivers. We tried our best to go ahead and take it apart, remove that plate, but we were not able to. So we decided to leave the phone as is. As soon as we get hold of that special screwdriver, we will continue the disassembly, and we'll make sure that we take all the small components off the screen so you can actually see what is behind those plates. So stay tuned with our channel, and you'll be seeing the full disassembly soon. Few other differences. Obviously, the phone is faster. Obviously, it's a different logic board shape. There's several different all other differences. Uh, but fundamentally, you do not have a headphone jack. All that space has been taken. The charging port flex is smaller. The speaker, um, the the speaker bar on the bottom, it's smaller, and all that space has been taken by this taptic engine, as Apple calls it. The battery seems to be exactly the same size. I am expecting that once we take that metal plate off, the battery will have a different connector. We didn't notice anything different as far as the thickness of the battery. The screen itself is a little bit thinner. It's not as thick as the 6S with its bulky 3D touch sensor. So we're looking at a thinner screen, according to Apple, 30% brighter, um, and so several other modifications. But in my opinion, this will be an easy phone to fix, and will also um, we should not have major issues replacing the screen. Please stay tuned, and as soon as we get hold of that special screwdriver, we'll be posting a new video. Thank you very much.